In the stillness of dawn, where the soft light of the sun touches the earth, we find the opportunity to reflect on the blessings that surround us. Like David, who in the midst of adversity sought the Lord with a grateful heart, we are invited to recognize the gifts that often go unnoticed. Praise the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. This passage reminds us of divine faithfulness, which is renewed each day, like manna descending from heaven, nourishing our soul and warming our spirit. Gratitude, at its core, is a practice that transforms not only the heart, but our entire perspective. How often do we fail to give thanks for the small victories, the smiles that emerge amidst pain, or the moments of peace on turbulent days? Every act of gratitude is a seed planted in our being, which blossoms into hope and joy. As we look at what surrounds us, we can see that God's goodness is revealed in every detail, even in the challenges we face. Have you ever stopped to think that every situation, no matter how difficult it may seem, can be an opportunity for growth and learning? In this space of reflection, I invite you to open your heart. What do you have to be grateful for today? Recognizing the blessings in your life is a powerful step toward attracting even more grace and favor. Gratitude is a door that opens, allowing divine blessings to enter and fill the voids we often feel. It is an invitation for God's abundance to flow in and through us, multiplying what we have and leading us to a state of spiritual abundance. As we prepare for the next step, may we be attentive to the divine presence that accompanies us at every moment. May your soul soar in anticipation, for great things are to come. Have you ever stopped to think about the weight life can carry? Sometimes difficulties pile up so high that it seems there's no way out. It's as if you're carrying an invisible burden, weighing not only on your shoulders, but also on your soul. Routine, stress, worries about the future, all of this shapes your being, creating a constant echo of doubt and uncertainty. You feel tired, not only physically, but emotionally, as if all your hopes were dissipating in the midst of your daily routine. It's normal to feel this way, but it doesn't make the experience any less painful. How many times have you looked in the mirror and not recognized the person there? The internal struggle between believing and giving up can be exhausting. You wonder if it's worth keeping trying, if there's something good waiting ahead. And as time passes, this anguish transforms into an almost silent state of despair, where hope seems like a distant luxury. Have you ever felt this way, lost in the midst of an internal storm, unsure whether to seek shelter or brave the waves? This emotional toll is real and doesn't need to be ignored. Maybe you've grown accustomed to putting on a smile and moving forward, but inside the pain builds. It's hard to share these feelings with others, isn't it? Often you feel alone in this battle, as if no one truly understands what you're going through. And if someone asks, you'll just say it's okay, even if the truth is quite different. There's a deep longing within you to be seen, to be understood, but vulnerability can be frightening. And while all this is happening, a whisper within you calls for something more, something beyond the limitations and pains of everyday life. There's a silent expectation for change, for an answer that hasn't yet arrived. And even if the path seems dark, there's a part of you that yearns for a new dawn. Perhaps right now you're beginning to realize that amidst the despair there's a spark of hope. What might emerge when we open our hearts, however hesitantly, to something greater? In Psalms chapter 34 verse 18 it is written, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." This verse is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, the divine presence is by your side, ready to offer comfort and hope. You may feel lost, but know that God is attentive to your every cry. In Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, he invites us, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." This promise is not just a statement of words, but a declaration of love and care. He desires you to place your worries in his hands, allowing his light to penetrate the darkest areas of your being. When you turn to God in gratitude, even in the midst of difficulties, something powerful happens. Gratitude transforms your perspective, allowing you to see the blessings that often go unnoticed. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, we are instructed to pray without ceasing and to give thanks in all circumstances. This doesn't mean ignoring pain, but rather recognizing that, in the midst of suffering, God is present, working for your good. By opening your heart to gratitude, you begin to feel His presence more intensely. It's as if each act of thanksgiving is a bridge that leads you back to the peace that surpasses all understanding. God doesn't promise that life will be free of challenges, but He guarantees that He will be with you every step of the way. This certainty brings profound relief, for even if the waves of life try to knock you down, you can stand firm on the rock that is Christ. Right now, as you reflect on your struggles, remember that the Lord is by your side. He is preparing your heart for something new, something that only He can do. The journey doesn't end here, and there is more light ahead. The next step is to allow yourself to be guided by this light, embracing the transformation God desires in your life. Hope is being reborn, and you are about to discover a new path, a path of faith and renewal. These deviations can be subtle, such as neglecting daily prayer or ignoring that small inspiration that leads us to act with kindness. Over time, these small concessions accumulate, creating a space between us and the Lord, where blessings become less visible and hope more distant. When we close our hearts to God's voice, the internal and spiritual consequences begin to manifest. We feel a void that sets in, a restlessness that accompanies us, even in moments of apparent tranquility. The joy that once filled us becomes a shadow, and the small victories that once encouraged us seem to dissipate. Instead of peace, we are enveloped by a silent anxiety, a feeling that we are losing something precious. God, who draws near to the broken, observes our distance, and His presence becomes a distant memory, a melody we no longer hear. It is in this distance that many are lost. The routine and distractions of everyday life can make us believe we're fine, but the truth is, we're distancing ourselves from the source of our strength. The spiritual life is a path that requires attention and dedication. By neglecting it, we risk getting lost in labyrinths of loneliness and confusion. Have you ever stopped to think about how your daily choices reflect your willingness to listen to God's voice? What small concessions have you made that may be distancing you from His presence? Reflecting on these questions can bring to light truths hidden in your heart. We are at a crucial point where resistance can lead to an even deeper detour. It is a time for self-analysis, to examine what we truly seek and whether we are willing to open our hearts again. The spiritual tension we feel is an invitation to recognize the need for a return, for a sincere and complete surrender. The answers we seek are before us, but it takes courage to take the next step. This struggle is real and at times feels unbearable, but here in this safe space, I want you to know that you are not alone. Emotional challenges can make us hesitant to surrender our worries, as if surrendering were a sign of weakness. However, letting go can be the most powerful and transformative step you can take. God is always at the door, waiting for the moment you allow yourself to open your heart. He knows your weaknesses and your struggles, and yet He extends His loving hand ready to welcome all that you bring. Imagine yourself making a choice right now, a choice that can change the direction of your life. My invitation to you is to surrender your anxieties and fears to Him. It's a simple invitation, but deeply meaningful. You may feel hesitant, but know that this surrender is not an act of helplessness, but rather a gesture of faith. It's like returning home, where love and acceptance are always present. Allow yourself to feel this inner urgency, this need to reconnect. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the weight you carry. Now, visualize yourself surrendering this weight to God, releasing what is holding you back. This decision, even if silent and invisible, is a powerful step toward the renewal of your soul. No matter how distant you felt, there is always a way back. The Father's love is always willing to welcome, and true transformation begins when we open our hearts. This is the moment of personal commitment, a decision only you can make. As you prepare for this moment of surrender, I invite you to retreat into silence. This is the time to reconnect with your essence, to seek within yourself the strength God has already placed within you. Soon, we will begin a prayer that will deepen this bond and bring light to what once seemed dark. Feel free to open yourself to this experience, allowing hope to be reborn in your heart. However, here now, you have the opportunity to turn inward, to examine your emotions, your struggles, and your joys, allowing all of this to find a safe place in your soul. In this moment of retreat, recognize that you are not just about to pray, but to open your heart in a gesture of genuine surrender. Every thought that arises is an opportunity to leave it at the feet of the Lord. Every worry, every longing is a part of you crying out for peace and understanding. You are preparing for an intimate encounter, where vulnerability is embraced and divine strength is revealed. Feel God's presence surrounding you, like a welcoming embrace that brings comfort and hope. Let serenity flood your spirit, covering every corner of your restless mind. As you breathe, imagine letting go of the weight that may be on your shoulders. The act of allowing yourself to feel is a profound step toward healing and renewal. You are aligning with the truth that, in every moment of surrender, lies the promise of renewal and transformation. In this sacred space, you are invited to open yourself, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to surrender to the love that awaits you. As you prepare for what lies ahead, keep your heart receptive and your mind still. Feel the space that creates between you and the Lord, a space where hope can blossom and faith can grow stronger. This is a moment of connection, where the essence of the divine becomes palpable, and where you can allow yourself to be exactly who you are with all your frailties and strengths. Allow this silence to envelop you completely, preparing your being for the next step. God's presence is here, awaiting you as you approach with an open and willing heart. I feel the weight of my insecurities, the fears that surround me and the doubts that haunt me. I surrender to you each of these worries that have kept me from your peace. It's difficult to let go of control, to let things flow as you desire. But here I am, willing to surrender, even amidst uncertainty. I recognize that shame and anxiety have been constant companions on my journey. I carry in my chest the pain of unmet expectations and the inner battles that seem endless. Lord, I surrender each of these wounds to you, trusting that you know my pain and the depths of my being. Even without strength, I trust that you are my refuge and strength. I am here before you, letting go of the weight of self-criticism, the pressure to be perfect. I accept that I don't need to have all the answers, and that it is in vulnerability that I find true strength. I surrender my resistance, Lord, and the need for control that prevents me from flowing in your love. It is by faith that I place myself in your hands, believing that this surrender is not merely an act of desperation, but a conscious choice to trust in your goodness. In this sacred moment, I recognize that surrender is an act of faith, with no guarantee that everything will be as I desire, but with the certainty that you are with me every step of the way. I surrender, not because I expect anything in return, but because I know that in you I find comfort and hope. The weight I leave here no longer belongs to me. It is your responsibility now, and I trust that you will care for me with infinite love. And so, as I open myself to this surrender, I feel there is more to be said, more layers to be unveiled in my heart. I am ready for what will come, for the healing I long for and for the renewal that awaits me. I come before you with an open heart, allowing the light of your presence to illuminate the darkest areas of my soul. There are wounds we carry, marks of emotional pain that have often silenced us. Today, Lord, I want to surrender each one of them to you. The memories that torment me, the traumas that still echo within me, and the insecurities that prevent me from living fully. I ask that your love, which is deeper than any pain, penetrate every corner of my heart. May your healing reach those places where sadness has nestled, where disillusionment has made its home. Lord, I know you know every detail of my story, every tear I have shed in solitude. Therefore, I surrender to your care my anxieties, the weight of the fears that paralyze me, and the doubts that distance me from who I truly am. Touch, Lord, the wounds I dare not show to anyone. Envelop me with your restorative balm and bring healing to my mind, which sometimes gets lost in negative thoughts, and to my spirit, which yearns for renewal. May every repressed emotion, every unexpressed pain, find a safe haven in you. May I feel your enveloping presence, which needs no explanation but simply is. Allow me to experience your comfort, which brings peace amidst the chaos. Amid this vulnerability, I cry out for your restorative presence. May I seek not only answers, but the certainty that you are with me, caring for every detail of my life. May I feel your gentle touch on the wounds of my soul, bringing relief and hope. Lord, even in the most difficult times, may I remember your faithfulness, your ability to transform sorrow into joy. In this moment of total surrender, I open myself to your healing touch. May my every breath be a surrender, every beat of my heart a cry for renewal. May I be ready to receive your healing, so that I can then strengthen myself and move forward with renewed vigor. May my vulnerability not be a burden, but a bridge to your love and strength that await me. May I be sustained by this strength that is firm, constant, and spiritual. Lord, strengthen my soul. May I feel your power renewing me with each new day. May your light illuminate my path, and may I realize, even in struggles, that I am not alone, for you are my refuge. I ask, O God, that you grant me the courage to carry on. May I lift my head and continue on my journey, trusting that you are by my side. Help me overcome the battles that arise in my daily life, so that I may face challenges with steadfastness, knowing that my strength does not come from myself, but from your grace. With each step, may I feel your hand guiding and sustaining me, reminding me that your presence is what gives me security. Master, strengthen my spirit in moments of doubt and uncertainty. May I remain steadfast in the purpose you have for me, even when life's storms try to divert me. May I have the wisdom to recognize that the struggle is not in vain, for it is through it that my character is shaped and my faith strengthened. Help me to be attentive to your guidance, so that I may follow the path you have prepared for me. I cry out for strength to be constant on my journey, so that I do not give up in the face of difficulties. May each challenge be an opportunity for growth, and may I always look to you for direction and support. May I not be overcome by weakness, but rather may I find in you the strength I need to be an instrument of love and light in the lives of others. And so, Lord, as I seek this strength, may my soul always be open and receptive to your guidance. May I discern your voice amidst the noise of everyday life, seeking the wisdom that comes from you for every decision I must make. May my journey always be guided by your hand, and may I remain steadfast in your ways, prepared to hear what you have to say to me. Amen. May I clearly discern God's will amid the uncertainties that surround me. Lord, I ask that you illuminate my path with your wisdom. Help me see beyond difficulties and understand each situation in the light of your word. In you, I find the true source of discernment. May I meditate on Proverbs 2, which says that by seeking wisdom as silver and searching for it as for hidden treasure, I will be rewarded with understanding and knowledge. May this search be constant in my heart. In this moment of stillness, I desire to hear not only what to do, but also how to understand and interpret the signs that surround me. May silence not discourage me, but rather become a fertile space where your voice can echo, bringing clarity and peace to my spirit. I want to learn to see with the eyes of faith, to understand with an open heart, and to trust in your guidance, even if it doesn't come immediately. I surrender my uncertainties and longings to you, Lord. I trust that even when the answer seems delayed, you are working on my behalf. May I learn to wait patiently, knowing that the best path is the one you bring to me. Help me to embrace the time of waiting as a time of growth and preparation, where my faith is strengthened and my character is shaped by your hand. As I draw closer to you, may my heart remain alert to your presence, and may I always be willing to receive your guidance. May I be a channel of love and light, ready to act according to your will, and may every decision I make be aligned with what is good and perfect. I am prepared to proclaim, Lord, I believe that you will guide me, and that as I hear your voice, I will be strengthened to witness the wonders your wisdom can accomplish in my life. May my prayer become a declaration of faith, hope, and trust in you as I prepare for what lies ahead. As I breathe deeply, I acknowledge that God's presence is made real in my life. I understand that by seeking His face I am strengthened and guided. Today, I declare that the wisdom the Lord promised in Proverbs is already in my heart. I receive this wisdom with gratitude, knowing that it transforms me and empowers me to live according to His will. I am a beloved child, chosen and set apart for great purposes. I believe that even in the midst of difficulties, God's faithfulness is revealed in every step I take. He is my refuge and strength, and I trust fully in His guidance. I declare that the anxieties that surround me are being laid at the foot of the cross, and that in doing so I find peace that surpasses all understanding. I believe that as I await His presence, I am shaped and perfected. Today I prophesy that doors of opportunity will open before me, and that every path I walk will be illuminated by the light of Christ. I do not walk alone, for the Lord is with me, and His hand sustains me at all times. I declare that God's promises are fulfilled in my life, and I am a witness to the wonders He can perform. My heart rejoices knowing that the Lord is faithful and that His promises are true. I commit to constantly seeking His wisdom, transforming every moment of silence into a sacred space to hear His voice. I am grateful for every small victory, for I know they are reflections of God's love and grace. Today I stand in faith, believing that, even when I don't see it, the Lord is already working on my behalf. I declare that my future is bright, for it is in the hands of the Creator. Prepared for what is to come, I give thanks with an open heart, waiting on God. May each day be a new opportunity to experience His goodness and faithfulness. Today we remember the small victories we celebrate, the blessings that even in difficult times manifest in our lives. Each moment of seeking Your face has filled us with courage and hope. As we connect with Your wisdom, we feel the transformation in our hearts, and this encourages us to move forward with faith. May the light of Your grace guide us throughout the day. As we face the challenges ahead, may we remember the strength we receive from You. We are ready to live this day with a renewed spirit, confident that Your faithfulness will accompany us every step of the way. With open hearts, we move forward, knowing that we are sustained by Your infinite love. If this prayer spoke to your heart, I invite you to share this message of peace with someone who also needs to feel God's presence. Leave a comment about what He ministered to you, for together we can celebrate His wonders. May this space become a place of communion and encouragement, where we can grow in faith and love. May the Lord's blessing be upon you, may His peace envelop you, and may you feel His presence in every moment of your day. Go in peace, knowing that He is with you. Amen.